Holy cow. Right off the bat. There we go. There we go. There we go, guys. Number 3. Holy cow. Look at that. Right there. Check out that fatty. Alright guys, we're off to a bit of a late start, but heading up to a fishing hole up in Oklahoma. Some big college football games today, but I'm going to miss those to get a chance to go after some smallmouth, walleye, largemouth, and maybe even some crappie or some panfish. So thanks for tagging along as I head up north, out of North Texas into Oklahoma. Hey, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate the support. And we're inching up there, guys, towards 300 subs. So please like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. So I'm leaving the worldwide headquarters, and it'll take me about, an hour and a half to get up there to where I'm going. And get some good fishing in. Alright guys, so I'll see you when I get up there. Let's see if we can get down here. Very carefully. Ooh. Oh, we made it, guys. This is going to be my fishing spot. Right along these boulders. Man, and it is chilly. It's like in the low 60s. Right over here is like a boat dock. I don't know if you can see it. But in here we got all these rocks. Walleye like to hang out in there. So do smallmouth, all kinds of different things. So we're gonna give it a shot and see what we can come up with. And got my usual setups, my 2 bass rods, 6-foot ugly sticks, 20-pound braid, 20-pound fluorocarbon leaders. Then I got my little ultralight. I think I'm gonna start with the ultralight down in here along the rocks first. Got the crawl hooked up. And then I'm gonna be trying a new Senko. It's a little lunker hunt, but it's kind of a white and pink color that I've never used before. And I guess we're ready to go. Let me get unhooked here. I got the crypto on my back. Let me get the tackle bag. Let me get this set up. Dropped right here. You can see the leaves are starting to turn. So we're in Lake Murray, Oklahoma is where we are. Usually I don't ever spot burn, but this is such a big lake, it's not going to matter. It is sprinkling a bit, but it's nice and calm and quiet. You can see down there all kinds of nooks and crannies for the fish to be able to hide. So we'll have to check this out and see what we get. Alright, let's get hooked up and try to catch some fish. Alright guys, we're hooked up. Oh! On the Berkeley twitchtail. What happened? You kidding me? Crying out loud. Did he get it? Oh my gosh, guys. I had a bite and he took it, the whole thing. Oh. That was it, man. That was it. Guys, these little Berkeley twitchtails are just deadly. If you never used them, gotta check them out. I've just been jigging it a little bit, and there's smallmouth in here, walleye, crappie, striped bass, largemouth, smallmouth. It's like what I was saying before. Sorry for the noise back there. There's a campground back there, and these kids are going bananas. I don't know if you can hear that. Screaming and hollering. It bounces off these rocks, so it sounds like they're right on top of you. Anyway, so I had a nice strike there. I mean, I let him take it, run with it, and I just couldn't get him. Dang. That would have been nice if I would have caught a nice walleye. Just kind of twitch, reel it in, twitch. I got a bobber on there. Twitch, reel it in, twitch. The thing is, there are some snags down there, so I kind of got to be careful. I've tried to do Ned rigs here before. Oof. And I've gotten all kinds of snared up. Well, we're going to keep hitting this and see if we can get something else to bite. So we had one good strike. Man, that's a bummer. I've seen fish jumping out there. Ooh, there we go. It's kind of an obstacle course to cast because I got this above me, this in here, that over there. Now the thing is with the trout magnet, I'm using the trout magnet this time. It's hooked up near the head of the fish, so it can be tricky to get a good hook set. But I think I've got it pretty much figured out. It's still hit and miss, but I got a pretty good plan for it. I've been thinking about picking up some of these Northland tackle. They've got something similar to a twitch tail, and it's got that impact kind of a scent to it, so I may have to scope those out and see how those do. They also have like a impact worm, which looks pretty good. Alright guys, these are these Lunker Hunt cigar baits, Senko type baits. So we're gonna fling these out there. It's called Lunker Sticks albino shad, 5-inch. Right up there. Lunker Sticks albino shad. It's kind of a pink and white color, so we're gonna fire that out there and see what we can come up with. I'm just doing a basic Texas rig, and we're just gonna fire it out there and along these rocks. There's some rocks all down in here, which I showed you before. So we're gonna start out a little bit deep, and then we're gonna bring it in. So when I've got the bail open like this, that way the bait doesn't pendulum back towards me. And just like with any Senko, I let it sink, give it a count to 10, twitch, 10. Sometimes I'll go down to 5. And the other thing is, you gotta watch the line. Oops, I got hit up on that branch up there. So watching the line is super important. And you can also feel, just run your fingers. Sometimes I do that like this. works out pretty good. Guys, forgot to mention, I've got the neck knife, this little Condor mini bush lure on me today. So I usually bring it out fishing, and it's got the little leather sheath. Got the little lanyard on there, so I got it tucked in into the shirt. Sometimes you got to be careful, because if you're sweating a lot or there's rain, you get moisture on that blade. You know, it can cause some issues. There's some condensation, but it's a cool day today, so I won't have to worry about it. Oh, here comes somebody coming back from a fishing adventure. Oh my gosh, guys. I was hooked up and I couldn't get him. It's two of them now. This one on the little Helgermite. What on earth happened? This thing looks phenomenal in the water. I was just kind of jigging along the rocks down there, and I had that bite, and I just couldn't get him. Man, oh man, that's two that I've had get away. It's gonna drive me crazy. I had everything set perfect, it just wasn't there. Ooh. Did you guys see that? Oh my gosh, and I've been throwing the Senko out that way, all kinds of stuff out that way, and I hadn't had a bite out there. They're in here. It all comes down to the right bait. Alright guys, dang it. I had a bite and I lost him. How in the heck does he not get hooked? Dang it. It's a little jigging wrap. I had one, and he just didn't stick. All right, guys, we're hooked up. I'm throwing the little jigging wrap. Oh, and he came off. How did he come off with all these hooks? Dang. Oh man, what a bust. Just a little jigging wrap, just firing it out there. Cast this thing a country mile, and when it falls, it shoots all over the place. So you just let it do its thing, you give it a little jerk here and there. Dang it, how did I miss that fish? I mean, I had him, but he just, coming in, he threw it. If you never use one of these little jigging wraps, you gotta get one. They're so much fun to throw. I think we're hooked up, boys. We are hooked up, and it's a stick fish. Dang it all. What a bummer. I thought I had a nice one. Add that to the blooper reel. Oh my gosh, guys. Alright guys, we're hooked up on the little jigging wrap. This one's like a perch color. It's a decent fish. Yeah, he's trying to get away. Let's see what we got here. Oh, it's a nice striper. Come on up here, check it out. But it's a nice fish. Let me get over here so I can get him undone. Come on. All right, there we go. It's a nice little striper. So we'll get him back in there. Hey, it's not too bad. There he goes. All right, let's keep it going. All right, guys, I'm still throwing this jig and wrap. I don't know what size it is. They have different sizes, but man, if you never used one, you gotta get one. So I'm just kind of firing it out there, and then I give it a nice jerk, and then it just kind of cuts around, and then I bring a slow retrieve, then I fire it up again. And on the fall, a lot of times where I had the bites, and it's a perfect day out here. It's like in the low 60s, maybe even the high 50s. A little cool front came through. So it is just phenomenal out here. Oh, there we go. I felt something right there. Nope, nothing. Dang it all. Boy, it didn't take much for them to pick that up down there to see, you know, figure out what's going on. There's a minnow in distress. It looks like a little perch. I gotta be careful though, because there's like a snag dead ahead out there. But it's been a lot of fun throwing this around. That fish, I think, was a striper. If not, it's one of those white bass, sand bass, but as big as it was, and the length of it looked more like a striper. Not a big striper, but a decent one. Alright guys, I went back to that Lunker Hunts. Pink and white 5-inch Senko type cigar bait. Nothing. Just letting her drop down in there and kind of bounce her along a little bit, but just hadn't had any takers on it. Man, it is just absolutely gorgeous out here. It's finally calmed down a little bit. There's a campground kind of back behind me, and there's a kind of like a playground area, so the kids were all screaming and yelling in there, and kind of a chaotic thing. But you know, it's a great day to be out enjoying this weather. And catch a couple more fish, that'd be awesome. Anyway guys, some big college football games today. Today's Saturday. So, I don't know. Iowa's playing Illinois. Illinois is changed. They're not the same kind of crummy team that they have been. So, and Iowa's not doing well this year. Texas Tech's got to go to Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma State is good. That's going to be a rough game on the road, but hopefully the Red Raiders can win that. Florida, I can't remember who they're playing. And then there's the big Texas OU Red River Shootout. They're playing that this weekend at the Cotton Bowl. So I don't know if that's a 2:30 start maybe. So I'll have to go check that out once I'm done here. It's right about noon now. So I've been out here for quite a while. Jig and wrap, guys. He got snagged and it's long gone. Got hung up right out over in there. There's must be a rock or something down there. So it got hung up and wasn't able to get it free. So I'll have to order some more of those. Those work perfect if you're in deep water, like if you're in a boat and you got depth, or like here where there's some good depth. Man, those things just zip all the way, all over the place when they drop down in there. Definitely attract the fish. I don't know about this pink and white color, guys, for the Senko, or this cigar bait type thing, stick bait. I usually like those real dark blue black combos, but I got this pack in my little Mega Bass subscription last year, and I just hadn't had a chance to test them, so I'm doing that today. If you've had any success with this color, let me know. Green pumpkin is the one that I always do really well on. Any kind of the cola colors, kind of brown, and then kind of blue and black. But you can kind of see that thing. I mean, it flutters down, it looks good. Just no takers. There's a group walking on the bank over there. The water is down. Usually it's up almost into the trees there. And up here, it'll be almost up to the top of this rock. I need to get something on this Senko, guys. Seen a couple fish swim by, hugging the rocks, looking for things. I threw the crawdad in there and no takers on the trout magnet. I may go look at one more spot way on the north end of this lake. There's a little place over there, a boat ramp and a dock. I may go scope that out. I've also been trying to make a list of baits I need to restock on. I need to get some more MEPs. Some more Senkos for sure. Jig and wraps. Tubes. The little 2.5-inch tubes. I had a lot of luck with that with the smallmouth bass up in Iowa. So I need to get a couple more of those. Oh my gosh, how is this thing just not getting hammered? Here you go, guys, take a good look at it. And cast this thing a country mile. Thing is, the wind's blowing right in at me, which is kind of good. It was breezy earlier, now it's kind of died down a little bit. Is that a bite? No. Yeah, if you never used any kind of Senko, cigar baits, Texas rig type stuff, those are a lot of fun. You can catch a lot of fish on those. And it's fun to kind of try out different colors too, to, you know, see what's going on. Every time I've tested different colors, I've always caught a fish. This one may be the only one that I test that I haven't ever caught a fish on. But I'll keep testing this. Key thing is always watch the line. You can kind of feel a little bit if you get a little bite. Alright guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for me for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hey, I appreciate all the support. And hey, until next time, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.